Hola, yo soy Guadalupe Gaos. Provengo de una familia de artistas valencianos que emigraron a México en 1939.
Our copper etching technique was developed in Europe in the 15th century. My mother Rosa and my aunt Josefina Ballester learned this technique in the 60s in Mexico City. Together, they created a unique, original inking technique. They later taught my sister Nela, my cousin Rosetta, and me. I then taught my daughter Julia.
Although centered around etching, we each have our own style, reflecting our way of seeing things.
Rosa, my mother, shows her love of life represented in many of her etchings with birds. The hands of my Aunt Josefina provide great freedom to her art, making her landscapes seem like dreams. To me, my sister Nela is the most daring and original when it comes to technique and texture. Her designs range from Mexican villages to intrepid nudes. Rosetta, my cousin, inherited her mother Josefina's sweetness. Her uniqueness lies in her oriental-like way to capture the essence of animals.
My daughter Julia began etching as a child. Her designs still reflect that childish, teenage fantasy world.
I believe I use the most intense colors and create more detailed designs.
The majority of my themes include flora, fauna, land, and sea life, reflecting my scientific background.
Welcome to the wonderful world of copper etching. The etching process is divided in 4 main steps: design, copper plate etching, inking, and detailing.
Our designs are created from sketches and pictures.
The design is created in a clear transparent paper so it can be copied as a mirror image to the copper plate. There are many etching techniques. However, we mainly use 2, hard ground and aqua tint. In the hard ground technique, the plate is etched using acid. The plate is then polished with fine textured sandpaper. The next step is to cover it with a layer of special varnish prepared by us using an ancient recipe. The plate is left to dry for 12 hours, after which the design is drawn on the surface. Using an etching needle, the protective ground is removed, leaving lines and areas exposed to the acid. The back of the plate is covered with commercial varnish and submerged in acid. The acid will bite the plate where the protective ground has been removed. For soft lines, the plate is left in acid 1 hour. For deeper lines, the plate is rinsed thoroughly with water, dried. The desired soft lines are covered with the protective varnish and then submerged again. This process is repeated several times. It may take up to 7 hours. Aqua tint is a technique used to create texture and tone. As in hard ground, the plate is submerged in acid several times. It takes 1 hour to acquire textures ranging from fine light gray to rough black, leaving the plate in the acid 10 to 15 minutes at a time.
The plate is cleaned with thinner, washed with water, and dried. And the bright areas are scraped with a burnisher.
The inking technique we developed consists in applying a variety of inks to obtain a multicolor print. The plate is placed on a hand-operated press. A pre-damped cotton paper is placed on the plate. The plate is inked every time prior to printing. It takes 2 to 3 days for the print to dry. The detailing of each etching depends on the design. We use printing inks diluted in petroleum, watercolors, color pencils, and markers. We produce a limited number of copies. We sign and number each one of them. Etchings can be purchased in several presentations. Without a frame, with our traditional brass frame, in wooden frames, and in glass boxes. Our original designs are also used in other products such as aprons, t-shirts, purses, cups, posters, cards, bookmarks, keychains, and magnets. Thank you very much. Until next time.